Good morning, everyone. It's Todd and Erin with the Todd and Erin morning stream on GephartDaily.com. Welcome to Friday, by the way.
Wow, the big news last night, John Swallow got acquitted.
Five charges?
Yeah, this is interesting. 9 counts. That included charges of bribery, obstruction of justice, falsifying government documents, and misuse of public funds. Yeah, the whole family. I started crying. I don't think he expected it to be that, everything's out. This is the former Utah Attorney General, of course, and he'd been accused of taking lavish gifts and a lot of contributions in exchange for favorable treatment. But in the end, they said that the federal support was difficult.
3 years. Mm-hmm. We've been listening to this for 3 years.
Yeah, and Shurtleff got acquitted last.
Right.
Another former Utah Attorney General was acquitted.
I don't even care about that because it's not the most important thing this morning.
Okay, tell them what you did because you're now ace reporter Todd Caller.
I know. So Richard, videographer, news story guy.
Psycho camera dude.
He's looking for an apartment, by the way. Mm-hmm. So if you got something, just go to GephartDaily.com. Let us know. Mm-hmm. And so we're up filming some deer in the foothills.
It's a charming story they're going to do about the urban deer that are up here in the graveyards, just walking around. It's nature.
So it's like dun 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 dun. Phone rings. It's our friend. She goes, I don't know if you do stuff like this, but the house next to me is on fire.
Yeah, that's one of those big statements where you're like, yeah, we're here.
So you should have seen Steve. Steve's sitting there looking at deer, filming the deer, and all of a sudden he's like, boom. He's in the car in like 3 seconds.
Richard's insane.
Let's go. Okay, this is the stuff right here. This the poor guy.
That's an unbelievable shot. Nobody else had that. How did you get that?
I shot that on my iPhone right there.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
You guys were like an exclusive. Because everybody else was across the street, right?
Yeah, we were there, and they got the guy down and stuff, and that's obviously he told us.
Bricks. Yeah.
He told us we were on meth, or he was on meth, and but I got to tell you, here he is throwing more bricks.
Wow.
But anyway,
I want to know how he got on the roof. He sets the house on fire. They get the fire up, which is good, and then how does he get on the roof from?
Perhaps a ladder.
And chucking the bricks. Really, he had a handy ladder to go along with the psychotic rape.
That's not the story. Story is I couldn't sleep.
Is that you were there?
The story is when I got in bed, I was so hyped up on adrenaline I could not sleep.
I think this explains a lot about the news crew here at GephartDaily.com. Why they twitch all the time.
Right.
For a while I thought maybe it was just too much Red Bull, but now I'm beginning to think that maybe their adrenal glands have just spazzed out.
Now he got me going again.
It's like that big, huh?
Now you got me going again.
All right, now that we've gotten that over with, and I'm very happy for you.
Explain all this.
No, it's Zoe's birthday party.
She's 6.
Zoe has been talking about her Pluto's over there. Zoe's been talking about her birthday party since Christmas, every day.
Seriously, every day.
And so then I go into this incredible mother anxiety because obviously
she's
for Zoe,
she's obsessed right now, by the way.
Obviously for Zoe, she's just kind of going, hey, I want a cake and let's get a piñata and I'm get that and that's really nice. But for me, that's my angel. That's my little angel girl. But,
that was a hellish birthday as well.
So she's happy, but the trouble is that I went on Pinterest because I was trying to think of some other ideas to do for the birthday party, which was a tragic mistake because this is the crap I see.
Look at this.
Here's where we all create a fairy garden on our farm table that was hand-hewed in Provence
and then
flown over to America.
What happened to Chuck E. Cheese,
Be quiet about Chuck E. Cheese. She almost wanted to go there. And see, this is the stuff I'm up against. I'm watching this crap on Pinterest and thinking, that, by the way, is probably like a $15,000 China set. And this is for the Mad Hatter's tea party, when she did this theme.
And they're 6 years old.
Right? And so I'm looking at this going, well, this just sucks. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
And there's the little favors that everybody takes home from the princess party. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And I've got like the dollars.
Cool.
And there's the cake. You've seen my cakes in the past. You'll note that my cakes don't look anything like this cake. Thank you, Pinterest, for making me feel even worse about myself than I are. Ooh, those do look delicious, though.
That's not going to happen in our house.
But look at that, with like the little chest and the pearls all arranged on it. Who does this?
When I was 6,
who has time to do this?
When I was 6, I got a stick and a dirt clod, and I turned out well.
You really want to take that sentence to its full thing?
All
so,
right.
I mean, and here's the thing. So then I went, okay, I'm gonna go to Facebook Live this morning. Maybe there's something better. And thank you all, by the way, for following us on Facebook Live. If you don't catch us at this hour, in the 7 o'clock hour, you can always come back to us at any time. Believe me, we're here. GephartDaily.com. Just hit the Todd and Erin page. Facebook Live just stays up on our Facebook pages on Gephart Daily, Gephart Approved, and Todd and Erin. Or you can catch us out on SoundCloud as well. But so, like Marie Tall, HS, she said, I've always had massive parties for my children children's birthdays. I rented a building and did a casino night for my son using money with his picture at different ages on it. Murder mystery birthday parties, a limo scavenger hunt. Marie, I'm going to put my head in the oven.
Let's just get a pony with a monkey on it.
And there's March. She goes, okay. She did Alice in Wonderland. Oh man, she took an old table and she painted it purple and bought different sized chairs so that they could all sit there and she made edible teacups. Edible teacups. She had real...
A stick and a dirt clod. Go with it.
She had real bunnies running around the backyard. 3 different cakes, all 3 layered. Each child designed their own teapot for fun and play games. She got a blow-up chess set, and they played chess. Woman, you're killing me. Oh, and here's Sandra. When my niece turned 6, I threw her an enchanted garden party that was $500, which seems ridiculous, but everybody had fun. You know what? I kind of get that, sister. She had fake flowers everywhere. She made an arbor and a wishing well with a pond. A pond! Strung lights that looked like fairyland, and all the kids dressed as fairies and elves. And she made a sheet cake that replicated the yard.
And an open bar. All right. So wish us luck on this. She's 6. I don't know. If we did something like that, I don't know if she's that good a kid.
I just want to kill myself. There's no way I can match up to this.
All right.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? Why, Facebook? Why? You're worse than Pinterest now. All right, let's go to Teeny Tiny Daisy in the Gephardt newsroom.
You okay
She'll
now?
distract me at least. It's
All
brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. Offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy, and St. George. You can go to robertdebry.com. Also, Brent Brown Toyota in Provo. He'll bend over backwards for you. And you can find them at brentbrowntoyota.com, serving all of Utah County. Teeny Tiny Daisy, what's going on?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Happy Friday, and also happy birthday to Zoe today. Here's what's making headlines on GephartDaily.com. A bombshell development in 3rd District Court, where a jury found former Utah Attorney General John Swallow not guilty of all charges in his political corruption trial. The jury took 14 hours to deliver the verdict after weighing a month's worth of testimony. A visibly moved Swallow said the decision left him speechless and that he was grateful that the system worked. Swallow, 54, was a rising star in the Utah GOP when he succeeded Mark Shurtleff as Utah's Attorney General in 2012. He resigned a year later amid allegations of racketeering. And as you said, Todd, first responders had their hands full at an East Side house fire Thursday night. When police and firefighters arrived at 934 South, 500 East, they encountered a man on the roof of a burning home who threw bricks at them as they made their way inside. Police say the deranged man set fire to a second-story kitchen before climbing onto the roof. Rescuers managed to get him down after he attempted to harm himself, and he was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Folks in northern Utah are preparing for another weekend of widespread flooding. Warm temperatures combined with rains expected to lead to heavy runoff and flooding in low-lying areas. County officials say more than 30,000 sandbags have been filled so far, using more than 70 tons of sand. And the temperature right now is 30 degrees under partly cloudy skies along the Wasatch Front. High temps today and over the weekend in the mid-50s. That's what's making headlines at this hour on GephartDaily.com. 24 hours a day, local news. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Teeny Tiny Daisy.
Why is Twitter trending right now? Isn't it weird that you're trending on Twitter and your Twitter?
It's Twitter jail that's trending on Twitter. It's part of the problem are all the Hiddlestoners. We're all in love with Tom Hiddleston, and basically he's your internet boyfriend. This is the guy that plays Loki, and his new movie Kong Skull Island came out yesterday. So all of my girlfriends are retweeting like mad, and we're hitting every one of the good reviews. One of my girlfriends, Emily, got thrown in Twitter jail, and I said, "What did you do?" And she said, "Well, if you reach the limit of 100 tweets per hour or 1,000 per day, they throw you in jail."
Whoa! 100 an hour?
She really likes Tom Hiddleston.
So what's the jail about?
So basically, they stick you in there for 24 to 48 hours. Jail awaits your... It's awesome. For 24 to 48 hours, you're allowed to access your account, but you can't tweet anything. So you basically have to just sit out there and twiddle your thumbs while everybody else is tweeting about our internet boyfriend, Tom
All right,
Hiddleston.
so you go to jail because you tweet too much?
Mm-hmm.
So,
100 per hour or 1,000 per day.
So Trump's going to prison. We know that for sure. All right, I want to talk about something I read about millennials, and the millennials are doing something. 15% of the millennials buying cars are buying them for Uber or Lyft or one of those services.
You mean strictly to drive for Uber or Lyft?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
15%, which is huge. I had no idea you could make 60 grand.
I have talked to a couple of people. They say that if your ratings are really high as a driver,
Right.
you get a lot of really good reviews, you can pretty much name anything. And so you can make 60, 70,000 a year in some of the bigger cities.
We couldn't use our cars because they're trashed.
No, honey, your car is trashed.
Free French fries, that's what I'm
Todd's
thinking.
truck looks like a homeless person lives in
And
it.
Erin can't do Uber either because she speeds and she gets tickets. And she has to go to speeding ticket class.
I'm at a first name basis with the instructor. He always makes sure to point me out. That's Erin Collard over there. Todd and Erin, say hi. And I'm like,
So
I hate you so much right
She
now.
goes to school and she learns that don't
not
do
supposed
it.
to
And then
speed.
they take points. They don't take points off your.
Yeah, they take points off your record so that you don't have as many. And then
Right.
eventually I get a call from poor Jared out at the driver's license division where he says, Mrs. Collard, do you feel like you cannot get a speeding ticket for another 6 months because then I won't have to suspend your license? And I say, Jared, I'm really going to try for you. And I usually don't make it.
All right, so since we're ruining everything on our kid's birthday, we should probably talk about Nothing Bundt Cakes
No,
because
this
that's
is-
the simple thing, right?
This is why I ordered her Zoe's birthday cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. Because if you haven't been in there, by the way, April's store is at 10389 South State Street in Sandy. The only Nothing Bundt Cakes of gloriousness. Now, this is rich cream cheese frosting that tastes like heaven. It's on these wonderful cakes, every kind of flavor you can imagine, from pecan praline, cinnamon swirl, chocolate chip, red velvet, white chocolate, raspberry, and they're come in all these delicious forms. So for Zoe's birthday cake tonight, I ordered a little double tier one that's super cute with a pink flower.
That's enough.
And then, of course, for her birthday party on Saturday, I ordered the little buntlets and the buntinis, which are like little 2-3 bite cupcakes with a dollop of cream cheese frosting. 10389 South State Street in Sandy, Nothing Bundt Cakes.
All right, story of Elvis coming up next.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com.
All right, welcome back to the Todd and Erin morning stream on GetPartDaily.com. Isn't what is it's like Reading Week month?
Read
or
Across
what?
America. We actually read to
Right.
one of the preschools on Wednesday. Thank you very much for having us. And it's in honor of Dr. Seuss because it's his 113th birthday. So this is the week we all pick out books like the Places You'll Go and all your favorites.
Here's some stuff I didn't know. He went to Dartmouth.
Dartmouth College, the big expensive fancy
yeah.
one.
He turned into a cartoonist in 1955. He made 44 books. I didn't know this.
Wow.
He wrote the books because he was concerned about his kids not reading enough when they were really young. And I must say, with the Fox and the Box and the stuff, having dyslexia, his books drove me nuts.
You know, it's frustrating for you, but they still follow the same pattern of word blending and how they develop sounds and form words with kindergartners and teaching them to read. They still follow that same plan today, and it's really interesting because there's a really elegant repetition of how his stuff.
Oh no, I got that repetition part.
But I know that for dyslexia, you're going, I don't
Right.
know what you're doing to me, but I hate
It's
your
like,
guts.
get that fox and put him in the box, then bury him.
hostile.
Snapchat. How much did it went public yesterday?
Yeah, IPO. It was amazing. Well, the biggest social media IPO they've ever had was actually Facebook, 80 billion one day. No surprise there. Snapchat started at $17 a share and capped out at 28. Google was number 2, interestingly, when they went to IPO. That was 25 billion. You're thinking that's really low, but you have to remember that was actually a really long time ago. And now
Right.
Google owns the world, so it's okay. Snapchat is number 3rd, better than Twitter or Groupon or anything. Snapchat came, oh wow, I didn't realize how much they made, almost $30 billion.
Okay, so I want to give
Wow.
you the Todd plan. The Todd plan is make a heap of money and then go away. No one will see me anymore. You know, I feel this way about some celebrities. I just want them, you're famous, you got money, go away now.
Go buy your island, move on.
If I was the developer, and they're like 30, right, of Snapchat, I would go today, how many billion? 20?
20.
I would go and cash in all my stocks and leave. Get the island, live the dream,
Buy some pygmy goats.
spearfish something, probably fish,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's what I would do.
No, see, but the trouble is these are the kind of visionaries. They're like, the head of Virgin Airlines, where they're always going to come up with new ideas
Go
and new
away.
concepts, and they're geniuses, and
Go away.
They can't do that. They have too many things to do.
They
so
need to go
it makes
away.
it amazing. But
Here's someone who's
wait. I have to tell you about Snapchat though. This is cool. Now everybody made so much money, and everyone's doing awesomely.
Right.
There's one school in California that totally rocked it yesterday. St. Francis Xavier School.
Catholic school.
in
Okay.
California. It's a private Catholic school, tuition $17,000 a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of the kids through Catholic Family Services that they bring in refugee children from refugee families, and they
Right.
give them the same high level education so they can move on to the next level. But all of that requires a huge scholarship fund, so they have an endowment, and they have someone who manages that, and he does investments.
Are you
trying to
kidding
build up
me?
Yeah, and so apparently what had happened is when Snapchat started, Mr. Chu said, guys, I really want to invest $17,000.
I want to be in this meeting where he goes to the priest and puts this on the table.
Well, he
This
says,
is what I want to do.
all these young people are trying Snapchat, and it looks like it's really good, so I'd like to invest $17,000 of the endowment
The
fund.
youngins.
So
How much?
yesterday,
How much?
So yesterday, when it went public, they sold half their stock, just half their shares,
Right.
just half. They made $24 million. 24, and this is his cute letter, which must go down as one of the understatements of the century. He said, "The school's investment in Snap has matured and has given us a significant boost as we work towards realizing our bold vision and goals."
There's one guy who's going to heaven no matter what he does.
Pretty much at this point, he could
Yeah.
rob a nun on Main Street.
All right,
He's going
and
to heaven.
speaking of making a lot of money, even though you're dead, Elvis, they've decided that Graceland just isn't nice enough. They've decided it wasn't nice enough, and across the street, they are building a 200,000 square foot event center, which is going to have his cars and stuff like that.
Well, it's interesting because his widow, Priscilla Presley, was the one who actually started that in the 70s. Because I guess Graceland was a dump when he passed away. And she's the one who said, well, people are going to want to, and she saw that people came and it was a pilgrimage and they wanted to pay their respects. She's the one who refurbished everything and kind of turned it into the tour. But now it looks like they're almost making this like what, an amusement park?
24 million, no, hotel, meeting rooms and stuff like that. So,
Oh, great.
Elvis.
So anyway, wait, did you do the rest of the noisemakers? Go stick them in
think
over
so.
there. Still getting ready for Zoe's party, stuffing the goodie bags. And okay, this is why I ordered her cake this year. I would like to point this out. Injured myself.
We're glad
Baking
it's that.
injury.
We're glad it's that finger, aren't we?
Yeah, that probably is for the best. See, I thought at least I knew how to bake. You're the cook in the family, so the kitchen is basically turned into the place where the big cold box is for me. But
Right.
I held up belief that I could bake. And so I've tried her cakes over the years and the boys' cakes, and they all suck. Let's just be honest. And the frustrating thing is I've spent so much money because I get those gourmet recipes.
Here's our Zoe at 3 years old.
Yeah, there's the blue one. And I worked so hard
Oh,
on them.
that's supposed to be writing on the top.
It looks super good, doesn't it? And that cake, the 3-tier cake, that cost me so many hours, and it was a
There,
Martha
no,
Stewart.
there you go.
Oh, the pink
That's the-
confetti cake. That was my
that's-
proudest moment.
That's the Martha Stewart
That's
cake.
the one where Uncle Bill said, and I quote, "What the hell happened here?" And he also made the mention about the Martha Stewart cream cheese frosting recipe. So this is pink butter then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so-
stay off Pinterest.
So basically, I just suck. So I injured myself last night because I tried to make lemon bars to go with the cupcakes for her party. And I put the pan outside and it's glass, and it immediately broke and fell on the ground, and all of the lemon bars that I'd spent 3 hours making went everywhere, and I'm crying. I'm trying to pick it up, so I managed to gash myself. But this is not my best injury. My best baking injury, do you remember Christmas morning?
She was in the kitchen.
You know, it was the lemon bars again. Maybe it's the lemon bars that are
So
against me.
I have this mixer, and it's one of the stick mixers into the pot, and it makes it. And Erin decided to use my tools.
And so I was trying to do like the shortbread crust, and so I'm mixing, and it got stuck in the little sharp blade underneath. So here's how smart I am. I stick my finger in the bottom, and I'm trying to clean out the batter from the blades. I really don't know how this happened because I'm looking at my thumb, holding this, still on the button, and I pressed the go button. I have no concept of how this happened. So after bleeding for about an hour, and the kids are like, "Can we open her stockings yet?" I had to call a doctor and go, "You think I should go to the emergency room or what?" So I've got scars on like 3 fingers now.
Erin actually, when she went out and scooped up the lemon bars off the side door stoop there, and she brought it in, she handed it to me, and she
It
goes,
seemed like a waste.
just a pile, and she goes, "Here, enjoy this. Just watch out for the glass."
I think I picked most of it out.
Okay, so I would like to end today
It was crunchy.
with my video pick of the day.
Okay.
All right, so This happened in Las Vegas on I-15. Trooper pulls a car over. Listen to this.
Okay. You guys got anything to drink tonight? No?
All right,
Whoa.
so pretty cool, right?
Have you had something to drink tonight? I can smell alcohol.
Okay, so
What just sprayed him? That was like a tidal wave.
Okay, so this is what happened. Basically, oh, look at him. He's walking through the beer. This is what happened. A beer truck, which he's walking up to the beer truck now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, see it here? Now watch it. He said, "Do you smell like alcohol? You smell like alcohol?" Watch this. Beer truck tips over, and like 40 billion gallons of beer go and
Oh,
saturate
he's
everybody.
soaked. Oh man, that is so. This poor guy.
Who smells like alcohol now, mister?
Oh, that is the worst.
All right, so anyway, that's my
Sorry.
video pick of the day. That's all for the Todd and Erin morning stream.
Yeah, and we'll just
on
finish daily.com. We're going to finish stuffing Zoe's bags, but if you'd like to go back and see any of the videos today, which are totally awesome, you can always find us at GephartDaily.com on the Todd and Erin page. You can also find us on YouTube, Todd and Erin, always on Facebook Live, and even if you hit Gephart Daily, Gephart Approved, or Todd and Erin's Facebook pages, even after it's no longer live, it's all still
And
there.
if you have more social media platforms than that, get a job, okay? Get a real job, and we'll see you Monday morning. Monday morning, happy Friday.